Is he drawn to the wing with that?
Yeah. Let's see. That'd be amazing. The one thing you do here is you get really close to the board.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of
Line's good.
You think this will move an inch? It'll curl an inch? Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep. Thanks. Never really sure what that's going to do out there.
Win big with Curling Alberta's 50-50. Please, play responsibly.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
We've had a bunch this weekend. He was even laughing about that. He's like, oh. Did you like that? Line's good. Line's good. Line's ballpark, guys. It's gonna run into a bit of a cliff here. Good shot, Kirk. Very good. I'll give you that same broom. Your line's good. Line's good. Close, close. We're still by. We're by. Whoa, whoa. No, no. It's gotta curl. You gotta go, Patty, even if you're a little back. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, go ahead. All the way back, all the way back. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Good shot, Kark. That's a tough shot. That's a tough one.
Boy, got speed there.
I think we chase it with hack. Line's good. Clean. 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 Close. Yep. Yep. Hard. Clean. 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 Good throw, Brad. Very good. Came down a little. Easy, easy. Line's good. Close. Oh. Oh. Just get it here. Line. To me, it looks like this. Kind of 2/3. Good try. Coming. But I guess you could kind of. Double. Yeah. Temperature. Not when you get your first one in, you get a better grip. That happens with the mid, so you actually get across the other way. Right off. But this shouldn't do much, eh? About a third, give or take. Thanks. Sweet. Too much. I liked where I was going.
Yeah, you're like, I wouldn't call it soft. It was just like,
Yeah. Yeah. It was actually better than I thought it would be. Halfway down the sheet, I thought it was hitting like half.
yeah,
You still hit.
it's straightened out there. Like,
Yeah. Halfway down and then watch it fall to sliver.
yeah, I prefer having trying to do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, close. Moved it a foot back or something. It's running really straight. It's got to be in. Just knows it, I think. Yeah, no point. Silly. Easy?
Easy? Okay.
Yeah, just edge of the rock, I think. Easy. Around the beak. That one ran super straight. Like, I know they pounded it early, but clean. 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 Yeah.
Win big with Curling Alberta's 50-50. Please, play responsibly.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Kark. Nice shot. Whew. Looked like it wanted to go and then nothing. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks. I'm not disagreeing. I just... Medium? It's early, Kark. It's early. Yep. Oh! Clean. We're ballpark. We're ballpark. That was a good sweep, Pat. Good shot. I was really going to go a little, and he was a little soft and a little tight, so Pat, fix it. Do you like easy, Brad? Whoa. Clean. Clean. Whoa. 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 Curl. Whoa. Whoa. Straight. Straight. Yep. We're close.
Oh, no.
Great shot. Do you like hack? Whoa. Clean.
Jerry.
Clean. Whoa.
Okay.
Curl.
Do we have audio? Good.
Hard, Pat. Hard, Pat.
We
Hard,
should
right
have
to it,
audio.
right to it. You got it. Right to it. That's a good sweep. Nice shot. Good scrub. You really got that going.
One of those days, April 1st.
Yeah.
April Fools. Okay, test 1, 2, 3. Are you getting audio out of us? Remarks.
Are we live? Are we good? Yeah.
I think we've got audio because I'm looking at the stream, or sorry, that sheet 4. Where's our sheet?
Whew. That's pretty close. Do you like the draw? Like we're shot. Just looking for full top 8, somewhere in that range. Line's good. Line's good. We're a little tight. Hard line. Line's good now. Line's good.
My name is Evan Asmussen, and sitting alongside me tonight is
Let it die. Line's good. Line's good. No, no, no. It doesn't need to curl. Doesn't need to curl. A good shot, Pat. Very good.
3 ends in. Heat 5. Bottcher versus Moulding.
We are in the third end, like the first, and Mr. Bottcher forced to hit for his 1 in the second end. So in the third end of play, it is Team Moulding with the hammer, throwing the red stones, the yellow stones, and Team Bottcher throwing the red stones.
And Jeff, and while everybody was waiting for us to get back up live and ready to go, hopefully they called their local Boston pizza. They ordered themselves up a couple of large or extra large pizzas of their favorite toppings. They got it delivered right to their door safely, and now they're curled up to get to the latter part of this game tonight.
Absolutely. We should have some on the way to the booth here.
Wow, what a great idea. Curling Alberta would have set that up for us. Jason Ginter in the hat for Team Moulding. Now, a little bit of a different look for Team Moulding. Those of you who are expecting to see one thing, well, you are getting a treat of another.
So we have Jason Ginter throwing the third stones with Team Moulding alongside his father, Jeff Ginter, throwing second stones and holding the broom as the mate.
Third, I guess we call it. Mate, third, vice, player, and Darwin throwing lead stones for Team Moulding. And Team Bottcher, well, it's the one you saw for a full week prior.
With the alternate, with Pat Jansen stepping in, throwing third stones. And Brad Thiessen and Clark Martin with the skip. Brendan
Easy.
You know what, if they are looking fresh. Like, both teams are actually looking really good. And if you've been tuned in for the last few draws here today and, of course, yesterday, you'll notice that a lot of our teams are really, really working to understand the sheet and the paths. But these two teams have a grasp on what our ice conditions are doing. They're pros. They're ready to go. And it's just going to be a matter of who executes tonight.
Yeah, there's a pile of experience on this sheet. Up the lineups on both teams, really. And so they're going to probably figure it out a little quicker than most. As we see here by a nice hit made by Pat Jansen. Set up the force. But there's rocks in play, so Team Moulding does have a chance here to get this one in a good spot.
That's good.
You know, one thing that I'll commend this Team Moulding on after watching their game against Sterling
You were
this morning,
probably just on the
very
inside edge of my
patient
broom.
and also okay with taking on a little bit of risk. And so we might see that, like we are already seeing this at
Yeah, even hogline in.
Darren really calling a patient
Jack it on.
drops in play. He understands Brendan. He understands the tactics. And I think he's okay to play alongside as long as his teammates are keeping up with their execution. Really, this will be down to last draw.
Well, and Brendan being as good at curling as he is, Darren needs to be careful, but Darren's also pretty good at curling too. So I think you're going to see a battle.
Want to get as much bounce as you can.
And you know what? That's the battle we want to see.
Absolutely.
That's what our viewers want. They want the skip battle.
Close
And
to
give
nose.
the people what they want.
Give them what they want. That's right.
Pick it out.
Nice shot there by Grayson, maybe a touch heavy. Didn't want to tap that. Freeze might have played a little better, but Brendan's going to have a hard time making a hit and roll to a good spot here.
Grip it out.
Did you
I
see
think
what
we're
they...
going right over it. There's 2 feet of separation.
pick it.
Yeah. Even a third of a rock is plenty. We'd have to just touch it to...
Looks like he's bringing the heat. So unlikely he'll try to stick around with this one. He picks it out. He still has one at the top of his foot.
Hard!
Force is still on. It's fit too. Executed good. So we'll probably see Darren try to draw one in here and get himself a skips deuce if he can get it in a good spot.
Good. A little snug. Yeah.
It is a spot where when we get it going out, you kind of need to keep the broom down.
Yeah.
Type of thing, because it will come back a little bit.
This is scary, this one. I think this would curl a little later.
Looks like he's elected to throw the draw here.
Comes to our top one, we're probably
As much
still
area as he can behind that rock at the 4 foot. Make Team Bottcher a shot.
If he does that, are you seeing the intern drop in?
Oh, yeah.
What Jeff has watching, he's got a couple of drops and actually all the sheets are getting a lot of curl to the center line. And so that rock at the top of the 8 foot, top of the 4 foot, you can get under. Teams are finding their way to the button.
So not
Curl
overcurl.
with the late finish.
Wow.
There's the big swoop.
Looks close.
It's not doing much.
Just the rough off.
Looks like he threw the perfect weight on that. Just curled a little more than he anticipated, or could have called the sweep maybe a little sooner.
For a lack of trying.
He threw that good enough to make it, it seemed.
Yeah.
Just that, like you mentioned, that big amount of curl, tough to manage.
I think we just play to nose it.
Nose it?
These are the kind of shots.
That gives us the most margin. If we roll a foot,
Yeah,
that's
it's about,
great.
like you mentioned earlier, who figures it out first.
And
Board.
applying tremendous amount of pressure on both skills for back shots and two shots.
Yeah, I don't think either skip is going to have
Board.
easy time tonight. They're going to be throwing punches the entire game back and forth.
But we're talking
Yeah.
shot punches, not like the Oscars.
Not like at
If we can roll a couple rocks your way,
the
it's
hopefully.
great.
We'll see.
Some sort of soft hit.
The new curling club is packed upstairs. There are people next to windows. It is a sight to see. People are really
Clean.
and they're getting
Whoa,
a ton
whoa,
of curling
whoa,
across the
whoa,
sheets.
whoa, whoa,
You love that
whoa,
about these
curl.
small Alberta, like a tour championship. You're getting some of the best teams on earth
Whoa!
against each other. These are some of the best curlers you see anywhere. We're seeing them right here in the Leduc. So what a treat.
That jump.
Good shot there by Brendan. Put the pressure on. Still left the button available on the intern side for Darren. And if the sides of the sheet are the same speed-wise, I like his chances. He just had the ability to throw a draw, so I think he'll be close on this one.
You were too strong at the end, Brad.
A little bit of pressure early on, though. Kind of makes you a little nervous, doesn't it?
No, I meant
When drawing against 3, I don't think is ever a comfortable place to be.
oh.
But like I mentioned, he should know the speed as long as these two sides of the sheet are relatively similar. I think we've seen them both used tonight, so
Which girl
Well,
won?
both of these teams are here this evening because they're the two teams that have figured out in their previous games how to make shots and how to win games through their ice reading and through the shot making.
sweepers are just kind of cleaning it. That's always a good sign. Right off now. Grinds its way in there.
Like that, we got ourselves a tie game.
Great shot.
Came down pretty good.
Drawing against 3 isn't that tough, I guess, eh?
Win big with Curling Alberta's 50-50. Please, play responsibly.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston Pizza at home.
All right, welcome back to the fourth round of the Moulding versus Bottcher draw here tonight with the Boston Pizza Alberta Curling Tour Championship. What a great shot by Darren to get his single and to tie this game up.
Yeah, we just saw a wonderful draw there. Darren just knowing the path, knowing how hard to throw it. The guys just kind of dusted it right to the button, and 1 point for Team Moulding.
Do you like easy?
1-1 after 3.
And as a lead for Team Bottcher, Clark Martin throws his shot here. We look across the sheet. We've got a couple other games in play. A couple other sheets going on, a couple other games in play here tonight. And what a show for our Leduc citizens here, as we have on the next sheet over local favorite Team Sturmay playing against Team Parent, and then Team Marks versus Team Skurlick, and Team Rock versus Team Crow in the other A-Qualifier.
Those are all very familiar names if you follow curling in the Alberta. Lots of accolades for many of the players on the sheets.
Not the start of this episode.
Well, it looks like they're trying to delay the corner guard. They saw Team Moulding come in, so Team Bottcher hits it, rolls away, and then hoping to get those rocks away from the center line. Now we'll see a corner guard from Team Bottcher, just to make sure that that center line stays a little more open. And with the 5-rock rule, this corner guard going up can't be removed. So he'll still get his corner guard, and the center line will be open. So executing a little bit of a different tactic there, but the delayed corner.
You know, in those first 2 ends, we're guns a-blazing. So now I think we're settled into the game here, figuring it out, but also really thinking about what kind of strategy they're going to take to help each team win the game throughout the next couple of ends.
Yeah, it looks like Team Moulding's going back to the middle here. So they're going to try to put some more pressure on. I think we'll see some rocks in play in the end here.
Jeff Ginter, right for Team Moulding.
A lot of success for Jeff Ginter for the years of provincial play.
Tons.
Up from your area there.
Dawson Creek area, representing the Peace Country here tonight. And getting to play alongside in a really intense game.
Yeah, I talked to Jason this afternoon. He's just having a blast playing with this old man.
And that's really what it's all about. Come together, play for the love of the sport, and have some good games.
Well, and then be as committed as they've been there in the A-Qualifier. So they're going well.
I know how much Advil I have to take to start in that game. I can only imagine what Jeff will do.
Hot tub, Advil, rinse, repeat.
You know, we talked to Jeff about this is going to be a shot-making game out of the skips, but really it's going to be a tale about what front end really keep pace with each front end here. We saw Team Moulding's front end this morning really get a hold of the ice, execute well, and we know and expect that out of Team Bottcher too as well. So we'll see how they keep pace with each other for the next 4 ends.
Yeah, that does tell the tale, and the more shots that your front end makes in front of you, the easier it gets down the line. Adversely, the more they miss, the tougher it gets. So we'll see what each skip is dealing with by the time it's their turn to throw.
And we're cheering for good shots. We're cheering for hard shots because we like it when they make hard shots.
Looks better.
Yeah.
Wants to run this one dead back.
Well done.
So we might see a little shift in gears here. He's going to play the hit, but try to roll under cover. So he's still keeping a little bit of an aggressive note. But
well, those guards are starting to pile up a little bit towards the other side of the sheet. If Brad can make a nice hit and roll, and get himself buried, they'll set their team up for a really great opportunity to score deuce.
some big fellas on the front end here, moving this rock around.
That ran pretty straight for Brad.
Not too bad of a result. They're still on top of it, and then they might force a roll to a little deeper.
And out of the hands from Jason Ginter here, looking to try to capture that hit and roll behind the center line guard. It's close. Maybe just a little bit wide on release, and maybe anticipating it to curl just a little bit more.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that with Brad's. It might just run a little straight in that spot, and we see the giant swoop with draws. It might just be a little different when the weight comes up.
I think he's back there. Keep going, keep going. Good.
That one slides a little deep, so it's an opportunity now to get behind that center guard, in front of the team, and make life a little difficult here for Team Bottcher. Set up a steal potentially, or he's going to try to play it safe and keep things a little cleaner so those Reds don't pile up on them. Both are good options. Depends how he's feeling.
Ginter's second stone. Really have to go here to avoid crashing on that center line guard.
Good sweep.
Great rush.
Removes the enemy stone, leaves his yellow right there. Not a lot of option here for Team Bottcher but to get aggressive. That rock is behind the tee line. They can come on top of it, and then at least they might guarantee themselves a score and try to get their second one here.
You know, Jeff, we noticed across the sheets this afternoon quite a bit of movement towards the center line, and the weight choices of the teams that didn't reflect that change in the ice or that type of direction with the ice. And I think what we're going to see tonight is a little bit better management of that, just as we saw with Jason Stern there.
Well, this is our A-Qualifier, and by now the teams have played a couple of games, and they're really good teams, so we expect the level of execution and the precision to be at its highest we've probably seen all weekend.
It'll always be a little close.
Well, they all throw it good enough to be close, and then it's how it's managed from there and what the weight selection is. So nice shot there, Pat.
Yeah. We'd have. I thought it was.
Still leaves that pinhole exposed, so if a nice freeze is made here by Darren Moulding, this could set up the steal point.
Kinter and Darwin down on the rock here early. Recognizing it's maybe a little light.
Giving it all they have.
Here we go.
They got room.
A little bit of room.
That's a pretty good shot. There's not a lot of room there on either side to get to your second point, so that gets in the way enough. It's a really good sweep by the guys, and knowing Darren tolerances on that shot. If he's heavy, that's not as good a result as it is. If he was maybe a foot lighter than he could, he still plays really well. That's just a veteran way to make a shot.
His shooter's gone. That one's probably gone. If he jams it, it's... I gotta get half in the forefoot here.
You know, Bottcher has seen this situation hundreds of times. He's still thinking about what he should do.
Yeah, they're in a position to score right now. It's just how do you make that single a 2-point score, and that's going to be difficult. They don't want to put it in a spot that leaves Darren an easier shot to remove the one that's already counting. So.
Well, he's hitting it high.
Talking about the double at the back, which if that leaves them second shot, then might be the result they're looking for.
What else do you like? Yeah. Pacific half. Let's make something here in the middle. These are tricky. There's been a couple shots this end that I would have said halfway down the sheet we're gonna rack, and then they got by like.
Looks like they've elected for that double at the back of the house. Like this, maybe they're hoping this will spin up a little bit and leave them sitting two afterwards. Looks like that's possible.
Whoa. Yep. Hard. Whoa!
Pressure's off. Got that spin up towards the back of the button.
Looks like it's full 4 foot. They are sitting two. Call, good shot. Well executed.
That rock that Darren left on his first one at the top of the 4 really puts him in a great position to put some pressure here. Set up himself a steal situation.
Yeah, he just has to take this. It's basically just trying to make the shot that he was attempting to make with his draw, but he has another chance at it that previously thrown stone. So he should know this path. Maybe just 3 or 4 feet harder would be the ticket here. There's a bit of risk in this. If he leaves an angle with his top yellow, he could potentially set up a double or a shot for 3. But
well, in a shot like this, the right guy is in the house. We want Jeff Ginter calling this line right now. Years of experience watching this rock down. Here we go.
Don't really have an easy draw.
I think recognizing that probably didn't have enough weight on it, they wanted to just take away the easiest chance here for Team Bottcher to get their 3rd point. And it looks like they're sitting 2. So drawing side of the 4 foot would be their only option. So pretty smart management there by Team Moulding to get off of that and potentially leave it up as a guard to make this draw just a little bit tougher.
I almost like this.
Yeah, and this is no cakewalk of a shot, Jeff.
gonna snap on
It is to score that extra point and put an extra point up on the board. But going out a little bit further into the women's territory, we haven't seen a rock out here yet, and so Team Bottcher is going to really have to communicate on how they're going to get this rock to where it needs to be.
Yeah, this is a bit of a guess, and they're asking you to come 5-4, which isn't something that you do normally. So, yeah, like you said, it's a forward path. You're going to have to figure this one out.
Easier than that out turn. A little slow, you think, eh?
Last stone for Team Bottcher.
I liked it. Line's good. Yep. Line's good. Line's good.
Brushers are liking the speed here.
Darn. Sorry, that was a bad
Didn't
guess.
get the finish they thought they would. And that's 2 points up on the board for Team Bottcher.
All good.
And taking a 3-1 lead here after 4.
Good end.
Yeah, it looks like the boys had to hit that one early.
Keep going.
They held it out maybe a little longer. Good shot, though. Nice attempt.
No,
Good
I
end.
didn't. I thought I was.
Win big with Curling Alberta's 50-50. Please, play responsibly.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Well, welcome back to our 5th end of play here. As we're getting ready for the second half of this Bottcher versus Moulding matchup. Barn burner as always, but you know what? As watching those commercials, looking at that beautiful, luscious pizza rip across the screen, we really got to give a shout out to our Boston Pizza sponsor, and Sheldon and Tara from Boston Pizza, fabulous sponsors of this, the new event, and of course, curling in Alberta.
It's really hard to sit with here and not order us a pizza. We need to work that into our contract somehow.
I would say it's actually devastating.
We'll just settle for the candy we picked up over at the Leduc Co-op earlier.
Yeah, maybe our chances at winning the 50-50. One draw on Sunday for the 50-50 here in Leduc. Tickets can be purchased on site or online at Curling Alberta's website. And of course, Jeff, all proceeds go to support grassroots curling in Alberta, to supporting all of these teams here and teams that are developing in their local clubs, really giving back to the community. Hit that 50-50 up. Maybe I can retire. Maybe. You're too young.
Even if you just move it 2 feet.
Well, we might see a little more of an aggressive end here now. We see the draw to the middle thrown by Team Bottcher, followed by a corner guard going up for Team Moulding, trying to respond to the crooked number hung by Team Bottcher there with one of his own.
You know, and that hit and roll on Brendan's first last end really set up that end for them scoring that deuce. But you know what? I know Darren's not going to be happy with his last rock there, really putting pressure on Team Bottcher. He's going to work to make that up here in the second.
Yeah, it was a perfect call by Team Bottcher there to free that spinning up. Really good.
Yep. Yeah, gotta go. Go. Don't.
And really just trying their best, Jeff. If you think about it, just trying their best. Yeah.
We all are.
We're all just trying around here. And across the sheets, too, as well. Everybody's out there playing their hardest. We'll give you a little bit of an update here across the sheets. However, you can tune in to the other sheets without live commentary at Curling Zone.
The attempt to go around the corner there just curls a little too much. So we're seeing that big swing, not only to the middle, but also to the wings. So pretty even sheet of ice there. Good curl everywhere. Shout out to the ice tech. Doing a great job.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Close. Close. Rolling a couple feet. Good shot. Sorry, Brad.
Things are really starting to cluster up at the front
throw.
of the house there for Team Bottcher.
Yeah, Brad Thiessen makes a really good hit and roll there. Seal off that center line zone. Team Moulding's going to have to make a decision whether they want to keep trying to use that corner guard or maybe open things up in the middle a little bit. And it looks like the decision's been made to maybe give them a little room in the middle.
What a fantastic double by Jeff Ginter. Oh, a triple from the old wizard himself.
Got all three. Great shot. And really good result, too. Left the yellow sticking around for an additional corner guard. Still have the corner guard they initially threw.
You like that?
Great shot. Really good result.
Give me easy.
Well, it left them with two corner guards, which I think is super valuable here when you're thinking about trying to get that deuce back and to even up the game.
Yeah, when you want to be aggressive to get your two, it's sometimes difficult to call that shot with the big weight. But Jeff executed so well that he even left his shooter around. It's useful. And now Team Bottcher having to address that. Call to roll on here. Made.
And a good hit and roll to kind of choke off that corner guard. Team Moulding is going to have to address it.
We'll see if Jeff Ginter can follow up one great shot with another.
Jeff Ginter with his second stone here. Just a bag of tricks. He's got them all.
Waves the wand. Looks like this needs a little bit of finish. There it goes. Nice weight.
It's hard to look at.
Two great shots there.
Yeah,
The veteran.
Just like on the draw.
Well, you know, Jeff, it may be April Fool's Day,
No,
but
no.
that's no joke on you or him. Just on Team Bottcher.
You wanna throw half
Lovely
side,
two
no?
shots by Jeff Ginter.
Good
Yeah,
pass.
if you rewind
Sure.
3 shots ago when Jeff was throwing his first, it was didn't look like this in the
No, it
house.
didn't.
So it looks like there's room on the intern side for Pat Jansen to get around and remove that stone that was expertly rolled there
Clean.
by Team Moulding. So
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
looks like he's going to do that without fail. And
You know, Pat really has been a clutch and key player for Team Bottcher here, kind of out of the Brier and into this event. He's really maintained a ton of consistency, as we see here tonight too, as well.
yeah, I think he's got to be pretty proud of himself the way he's played in the last month.
Well, and through adversity,
Yeah,
controversy,
all kinds.
he's on fire. Getting a little bit of finish out of this stone from Jeff Ginter.
Yeah, looks like it's on.
I give it one more end and that jacket is off.
You think? Yeah.
Zipper down to the bottom.
What's the over-under? Yeah, if anybody's running a line on that right now. He's got the patented Sherry Anderson.
And he is working he is working hard.
Yeah.
Lead.
Gotta order him up a chicken.
Whoa.
For sure.
Well, he's
Actually,
crashing hard for sure. Look at this. Maybe a cold pint.
and just again, classic Pat, hit and roll right to the top of the forefoot.
Yeah, it's a great spot to roll that too. Is first we're actually distancing. He's distancing things from that corner guard, which is just really well done. And the roll is going to be called again because why not? You might as well try to use that corner guard. But this just makes it a little more difficult than if Bottcher had rolled closer.
You know, and a ton of trust here too as well in Jason Ginter and his execution. Fantastic player and a fantastic shot maker, and really has allowed this Team Moulding, to get to this spot here in the draw too as well. Right up the lineup. Fantastic play.
Absolutely. You don't play in an A-Qualifier in an event like this unless you're playing well. And that's not just the skip, it's everybody. So looks like Team Moulding's okay with the blank here. They just are content with the nose hit there. They'll keep the blank as easy as they can and roll into the sixth end with the hammer still.
And that's a good spot to be, but you know, when you play one of Canada's best, you got to make sure you're watching your time.
Yeah, and it wasn't ideal to give up the deuce there, the fourth end, but they did all they could to stop it, obviously. But you run out of time in these games.
Well, and with a team like Bottcher that can defend so well, especially any kind of lead. We're not talking 3 or 4, we're talking 1 or 2s.
That's good. Yeah.
Well, one more try at the roll. If he can tuck a good one behind this corner, he might elicit a mistake from Brendan Bottcher. So worth a shot.
Yeah, Darren will give it a good go.
I was with you.
And if worst case scenario it doesn't quite roll enough, then they always have the blank. So
now the center line has been a little bit tricky to anticipate, so we'll see how they manage their sweepers and shot down the ice here.
Yeah. A tricky little shot. Yeah, just because you don't really know what it's going to do.
Close for line, just dusting it.
it's got to come up a little bit. Weight's nice.
A little bit of finish.
Yeah, get it out, get it out, get it out.
Just out. So this does open the door for Team Bottcher to get one behind that corner if they so choose.
So this is
Yeah, Jeff, you had to sit around there.
Wide as soon as they carved it, snaked in, and then they
Just with a team like Team Bottcher too as well. Great opposition. Any kind of opportunity or window might put you at peril of scoring a point or even force you in a situation where
One isn't enough.
Yeah.
But you can definitely see why Darren made the choice to do what he did there. I think he knows that he may be running out of ends if he doesn't take every opportunity, and that curls up just a little bit more, he makes it. So that's how close these things are.
if there's one thing we know about Darren, he'll find a way to make shots, make them on his own, and you can see that that's what he's thinking about the back of the hack there at the back of the sheet, how he's going to make that next shot, place him in a good position.
Well, he's so competitive, and he just finds a way to win. It's amazing how he can just manufacture things sometimes. And this one is far from over, folks.
We have decent carving that rock in there. Trying to get a little bit of late finish out of the stone, wrap as much as they can around.
He's probably got a third of that stone still, it looks like. He's going to get on, take the blanket. Looks like we have a final.
We have a final. Well, we're going to find out a little bit about that final.
That one took a very weird path. Yeah.
So we have a final against Sturmey against Perrin. Sturmey taking the win 6-2.
got a ways to move.
Oh.
Deuce doesn't come up. It'll be a steal of 1, 4-1 lead.
Keep plugging away.
Yeah, Darren's not happy with himself about that one.
Win big with Curling Alberta's 50-50. Please, play responsibly.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Well, we're back in action here for the 6th end of the 2022 Boston Pizza Alberta Curling Tour Championship. And we have one game this evening already finished as Team Karsten Sturman takes a 6-2 win over Team Parent. And we join in back at lead blocks with Tarek Martin. And really, you know what, Jeff? It just came down to trying to make the shots too good in that last end there for Darren Moulding and really trying to put his team in a good position. It just got away from him, but still not out of the woods here. Lots of games to play.
No, by no means. It's the 6th end, so he has 2 hammers to 1. And he'll be doing the math in his head of how he can come back. And all of Team Moulding, they're all experienced curlers who've been in this spot before and come back from this spot before. So I wouldn't hang a sign on this one. So with Team Sturmay's win earlier, they'll be facing the loser of this game in tomorrow's A-Qualifier at 9 a.m.
You can join in for a whole day of curling tomorrow, 9 a.m., 7 p.m. You love listening to us and others? Come back.
A little tight. Yep.
We got curling for you all day, Jeff, tomorrow. All day. You thought you were sick of curling? No, you're not. You got more.
You're not. Don't even try.
And then you go World Champions start this weekend.
Starts tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Time the game's out, but be tuning in.
With a Boston pizza.
Probably.
Maybe
some wings. Boston brute.
You might be a salad person.
I'm a brute guy.
Love the brute. Boston Pizza. We thank them for their support of this event and other events here in Alberta, including our provincial championships, alongside Leduc Co-op too as well.
Nice shot there.
Top ball.
So even with that 3-point, Team Bottcher doesn't have a choice here. They have to engage. They started in the center, and the corner guard went up. They threw something to block the guard that they had thrown, or the draw that they had thrown. And a nice freeze was made. So now we're going to see some rocks play in the middle. And we might be 1 or 2 stones away from seeing one whistle down the middle and get rid of a few of those, if I had to predict.
This is what the spectators are in for. This is what Leduc people are here for. They're here for this kind of game.
For the high, hard one.
Well, aren't we all?
Decision time. Try to use their corner or keep that going with the freeze game in the middle, but Team Bottcher's rock didn't come as deep as they were expecting, and probably Team Moulding was expecting, so has to maybe switch gears a little bit here and come a different way. Try this wide out turn. if Brad was throwing it in.
Yeah. Yes, it would be. That's a trick question. That was a fun fact.
Fun fact, Brad is left-handed. So right off this one, it's got to grow teeth.
You know, and that's an adjustment that Jeff will just need to make from his last end there, having 2 big shots that he made. You know, just getting into the hack and making that quick adjustment.
Well, and that was a new path. It's tough. Like we discussed before, this isn't just drawing to the center line. This is drawing to a spot that's off the center line, and maybe no one had thrown there all game. Now we'll see Brad Thiessen attempt to do the same, and he probably went to school on Jeff's there. And they're saying this one's a little hot too. Maybe this
might be hot.
It's just it's a water slide there. It's usually a pretty good indicator that the ice is a different speed than the players are expecting when we see 2 players of this caliber do the same thing.
Okay.
Well, Jeff will get another chance at it to make it really good after watching both those 2 rocks go down that path. I expect that this is going to be made pretty close.
Yeah, when you give a good player the chance to do the same thing twice, I like his chances. But again, right off early. Taking the old spectator walk.
It's my favorite kind of thing.
Well, absolutely.
And just getting a little bit fooled and tricked on that side right now. Teams are going to have to make an adjustment here.
Well, let's see if 4th time is the charm here for Pat Jansen. He might want to kick a little lighter.
Whoa. Line's good.
Sweepers like it early.
Easy,
That's
easy.
down.
Got a curl. Only ever Brad.
This looks like it might be a bit wider than the rest.
Trying to get it to grow some legs. Or catch the backing.
Still whipping.
Yeah, get it back there. Get it back there. Get it back there. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go.
Good shot. That accomplishes what they needed to. Team Bottcher sits too. I think Team Moulding can employ the same strategy here, though, and keep coming down that path. If they can get it to curl, they might be able to sit shot rock. 4 bullets left in the gun here for Team Moulding.
Huge double out of Kelsey Rock, just a few sheets over. My goodness. Fantastic shot making across the sheets. Unbelievable.
As we mentioned, you can tune in to all of the games. They're being live streamed with. This is the only one you're lucky enough to hear us on.
You know, Jeff, that game is just on our other screen here, and that really timely big shot for Kelsey Rock as, down a few points here in her game.
Well, we're seeing another spectator walk on our sheet here. Looks like Jason was a little heavy on his, so there's something with that path. It must be just otherworldly fast. So I'm not mistaken, red still sits 2 if that yellow at the top of the house doesn't outcount the red at the back. Either way, Team Bottcher is going to try to suck another one in there.
And we might see Team Moulding then start working at finessing and clearing up some of that middle debris.
The scoring zone is just going to be too small otherwise.
Line's good. Close, close. Whoa, whoa. Line's good. Whoa. No.
This seems to be running just a little bit heavier.
Big.
This end just seems to be like a vacation for the sweepers. They
I think that picked.
haven't had to
That's okay.
really go on too many.
Good
Looks
throw.
like that one ended up in a fine spot for Team Bottcher.
Yeah, and Team Moulding has some decisions to make here now.
I curled like mad.
It's not going to be particularly easy to clear up the middle in just one shot. It looks like there might be a couple away here, and the angles aren't fantastic for those yellow stones. So you might call somewhat of a setup shot here and just jiggle things around in the top of the house there, and hope to get at it later. So if you can run that top red back and make contact with the yellow that's at the top of the house should stick around, and he potentially could lose both reds if hit on the right spot. Shot 1 and 2 for now. Big shot here for Jake.
Probably better if it connects now.
Well, that'll do it. Good shot.
That one hit.
There was a couple of really good things that could happen actually with playing that shot. Hit it a little bit on the high side, and it kind of scissors back those red ones. That red and that yellow, there's not really a distance between those two.
No, he made that good. He shows a lot of weight, so when he made contact there, everything's sprung away. It still leaves the force on in a relatively easy way for Team Bottcher, but at least Team Moulding will seize daylight and they'll have an opportunity to score.
Yeah. Hard. Right to it. Hard. Hard.
Good throw there.
Right on the nose. Looks like Team Bottcher sits 3 for now, maybe just 2 if the yellow at the back counts that top red. We'll see another draw here from Team Moulding to try to generate that skip snooze the 2 points.
Jeff, there's that juicy little pocket at the back there that definitely will come into play with properly placed rock.
Oh, really?
And if that's not a tongue twister for you, I don't know what it's.
You nailed it, though, my friend.
Lisp and all.
Well, let's see if Darren can figure out the speed in this path. We know it's fast, so.
Now we can draw around even half foot. There's a weird track out here.
You know, we talked at the end of the last end and the start of this end about how Darren's really been working to try to make things really, really good for his team. And this is a whole team shot here right now. The whole team has seen this path a couple of times now. He's really going to have to rely on his sweepers to getting this to where it needs to be in the line call out of Jeff. So far, they're liking it.
Rooms are down, which is a really good thing in this path.
Dean just dusting that again.
Terrific shot.
You know, it does leave that small opening there for Brendan to draw around the center line top 8 that he just left with his first stone.
But just a really good shot by Darren. We saw that shot not made particularly well all end, and then he steps up and on his first one, giving his team a chance here to get that too.
It's a good make to help him and his team keep close in this game here before it gets too carried away.
Absolutely.
I like a little less.
And he smiled. Oh God, he smiled.
Jackpot.
I like this. Yep. Oh.
Out of Brendan's hand, the boys pick it up. Looks like it's a tap now. No, it's just light. Just light. Never enough out of his hands. Looks like it'll be a draw on the same path for 2 for Team Moulding to make this a 1-score game.
I would have been hard pressed to give you 20 feet more. Shoot. Sorry. Yeah.
You know, Jeff, we talked at the start of this game about how both teams are going to need to be a little bit patient, but yeah, big shots are going to be made, and this is one of those patient opportunities that's really paying off for Team Moulding here this evening to keep them in this game.
Yeah, definitely. If it wasn't for that beautiful make on Darren's first, this wouldn't be for 2. So that's why they call it a skip's deuce. Well, they're calling it right out of his as well. Maybe he thinks he didn't quite give it enough, or he's a little on the tight side, but the boy got it past the guard.
And just incredible speed.
You got inside of the run.
2 points, looks like that.
Looking juicy going into the 7th end, Jeff.
Okay, sorry. It's hard.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
Win big with Curling Alberta's 50-50. Please, play responsibly.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Hey, Michael, it's Evan. Your computer's going to be out of here in a few minutes. Yeah. Sure.
Okay. All right, welcome back. 7th end. Team Bottcher 4, Team Moulding 3. Team Bottcher with the hammer. We'll likely see them try to be pretty defensive in this one. They'll be okay with the blank, but if they get a big end, they'll be happy to take it. They're just making sure they don't give up a steal, I think, in this one. And if you're Team Moulding, all you're trying to do is get a steal.
Curl. I think you can touch it. Okay.
So the tick attempt is probably not quite heavy enough. Leaves both stones near the center line at the top.
And I wonder if we're starting to see some changing ice conditions. We watched it all morning. We watched it in the last couple of draws. And we noticed that Bottcher came up a little bit light on his last attempt there.
Well, and I think it's situational and path related because we saw that lightning fast path in the 6th end. And then we saw the other side of the sheet be quite slow for Brendan's last rock. So it might just be mapping out the sheet and figuring which paths are fast and which are slow, which could lead to some difficult shots down the stretch here.
And Dean Darwin just wrecking on the guard there. At the draw attempt. You see Bottcher now working his way to take control of the house early on with Martin's second stone at the end.
Line's good. You can go a little.
At the end of the day, for Team Moulding, they're okay with this. There's some center guards up there. There's some rocks in play. They're just looking for a bit of chaos in this area to steal potentially. So that they've achieved so far.
You know, Jeff, both teams are really going to take a lot out of this game, no matter what, winner or loser. Whoever wins this game is going to take a little bit more knowledge of understanding the sheet as they move forward into the playoff round. And the loser of this game is really going to take this into tomorrow's B game and, build off of it as a little bit of momentum and a little bit more knowledge as they're getting ready to play on a different sheet for their B-qualifier.
Yeah, and whoever loses this game, it doesn't get a ton easier for them because the aforementioned Team Sturmey is waiting for them, who just came off a big win tonight.
Well, we're getting to the point in the draw here in 2022, the Alberta Curling Tour Championship, where teams are starting to qualify, and the good teams, the strong teams, the teams that are catching on and executing well, they're getting to the spots in the draw where they're starting to qualify. And so it's always going to be good teams from here on out.
Yeah, exactly. You're playing teams who have won games at this point. If you're in qualifier games, you have to win to get to qualifier games. So everybody you're playing has been, at least at some point, successful so far this weekend.
Like, it's not the easiest double peel ever.
Well, Brendan Bottcher is trying to figure out how he can make the most granite fly right now.
Like that?
Asking resident angles expert Brad Thiessen for what am I going to do? Or what are you going to do, I guess?
You know, our spectators at home and in the building here today have not seen a cookie cutter end played out right from the beginning. They didn't get to see the first part of the game, but since they tuned in, there really hasn't been a cookie cutter end this week.
No, there hasn't, and there hasn't just been those set them up, bang it all blanks that we kind of get used to seeing in the top men's games. So I think if Team Bottcher has it their way, this end will be one of those, but we haven't seen that. Neither one of these teams has been afraid to mix it up, so it's been entertaining for sure.
Well, and there was a nice little treat to snack on from Brad Thiessen.
Terrific shot. Found the angle and hit it in the right spot.
And that's just curling.
You just got to hit the rock in the right place, don't you?
You know, and I've just been impressed with Jeff all game, coming up with big shots here and a variety of shots.
Well, seconds these days are asked to do a lot. They're have to be a far more versatile player to play second. It's not just the walk up and peel things like it maybe once was years ago. So you're asked to make some precise draws and the really big hits as we've seen all of it executed from Jeff tonight and all weekend. Found the fountain of youth.
Sipping from that fountain of youth. We're all lining up.
Yeah.
He's at the front. He's hogging the line.
He's at the front.
Which is fine. He can have it for this weekend.
Maybe wanted to get both yellows going there, but a little thin. Just gets the one. At what point do you think Team Moulding needs to make a move, Ev?
I think they're going to be patient here. And I think they'll kind of make that move with their Reynolds. I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it'd be Darren's first at the earliest is when they try to move things into the house.
Yeah.
But this one has to be good. They need enough separation between these guards so that Pat just can't walk up and make them both disappear.
And that's just out of respect for your opposition.
100%. Yeah, they know it is why this one's coming with hand light, because he needs it to be just barely over the hog line. The closer these get together, the easier the double peel is, and that's about as good as you can do. What Jason just did there.
Jeez.
There's really no option for a double peel. So great shot.
Just a single peel here for Jansen.
Those guards you throw are a little nervous probably after you let it go, and you think if this hogs, our entire end is over. But we were trying to basically because you're trying to make sure that just barely goes over the hog line, and I think those guards need a lot of credit.
You know, and I can see the hesitation in some of these players as they work their way across the sheet and as they work their way into different paths and trying to figure out and anticipate what each path is going to be running like.
Well, yeah, and you see the conversations increasing, like from the front ends to the thrower, and they're all just in it together and trying to figure it out. That's through the lineup, all 4 players. So there might be some contemplation about making a move into the house now. We'll see. Meeting of the minds here. I'd probably prefer one more guard.
I think so.
The only reason you wouldn't is if you think Team Bottcher would just sink another one in there, but I don't think they will at this end. Potentially one off there, but not with its last stone. I don't think.
But we've been surprised in the past.
I was wrong once.
Just once.
Yeah, it was December 97. Yeah. I learned from it.
And you were wrong tonight. You're sitting here beside me.
No. Definite right decision.
Oh, goodness.
Looks like maybe a little hit and roll to sit, too. Well, and that's playing the scoreboard a little bit, too. They're thinking potentially, Team Moulding, that is, that if they can force Team Bottcher to 1 here, go down 2 into the 8th end and go really hard for their 3, that gives them a chance.
And though we can't hear that conversation between Jason and Darren, we know that it was really well thought out.
Well, I mean, yeah, they would be using those metrics and analytics to make that decision for them. So I don't know if that top yellow rolled on the rings. If not, that changes things. The last thing Team Moulding would want now is to a blank. And I think that may have been what they opened the door for here. That had to roll onto the ring sitting 2 to keep that force going.
Hindsight is 20/20. It makes you think if that was even the right shot to call.
Well, you can never question the tactics when the shot isn't how you want it to be.
Actually,
okay.
Just like that.
Well, and you look at that shot, and you may think, "Oh, great shot! That roll behind cover," but that actually helps Team Moulding. It does give them the opportunity to get the force far greater than had that rock stayed out and wide open.
Rolled like a fairway.
The freeze is made or an angle is set up appropriately on that red, then the force is back on.
And a job well done by Moulding if they can accomplish that.
Absolutely. He's ciphering out where that broom goes. And we know he's going to want this one in a big spot.
I think on this ice, though, I'd rather be 2 up. Stack 3 in the house and let them start. No, it's tough. Depending what track you're in, it's 13 or...
Here we go, Moulding's 7th
I
end.
couldn't believe how...
Big shot. He needs this at least behind cover or with an angle on that red, or else it opens the door for another potential multiple score for Team Bottcher. This might
put the game out of reach.
It might, yeah. And that 3 points isn't for the win anymore, it'd be for the tie. Mine's good.
Going for speed here. Just coming up a little bit short.
double?
Decision for Team Bottcher. They can come in and sit,
If I make this close, any double
really go after
rolling out.
potentially icing the game right now, or they can just make those 2 yellows go away and probably take the plank into the 8th end. Looks like the draw is the call, and then neither is wrong, in my opinion. I think if you can put this draw in a good spot, you have a good chance of getting your 2 here, going up 3,
And applying the pressure.
yeah. Because, it's a bit of dealer's choice. If you just wanted to blank it out right now, you could, and then you're throwing the last rock in the last end. But up 3 or being in control of that last stone, it just depends on what the skip's feeling. He could also bait Darren Moulding into an aggressive shot with his last in this end, which could lead to a potential 3, and then really put the game out of reach, which might be handshakes.
Line's good.
This looks like it's getting tight a little early. Getting close to that top yellow one. Holding it.
The right guy's on the brush.
Look at that late finish.
You're right.
Well, I'm not wrong most.
Never see. And then that is a pretty big miss because it leaves that stagger at the top of the house as well. And now we're bringing that steal into play that would tie the game up.
Feels like I'm hucking it.
Albeit leaving Bottcher with last stone in the last end, but.
And this is what, as I'm watching Darren use his room as gestures, this is what I kind of thought too, as well as promoting this top one here in the top 12 or just outside of the rings and sitting 2.
Yeah, good point. If you can potentially get a 2 steal out of it or a force, the upside of that is there as well. Knowing full well the Team Bottcher is going to have a good chance of winning with hammer tied and locks down. It's just a very hard shot. But I think they knew going into this game, given their opponent, that they were going to have to make hard shots, both teams.
I think this is one of those calls that if they do go this route, that one just outside the rings, it's again knowing the opposition that you're playing against, putting yourself in the best position to steal multiple points.
Yeah, that could be the assessment they're making. Is stealing one enough? Yeah. And if the answer is yes, then we need to do something else. So it looks like they've decided that it is yes.
Just got to get this back. If he's anywhere in the range of top 4, I can slam the top one. Oh, top 8, I guess.
Now we've seen this side of the sheet coming towards the home end being the fast spot in that last end here. We haven't seen a lot of rocks, though, going to the away end here in this path. Makes you wonder.
The last 2 we saw were a little closer to center line. Both came up light. So Darren's getting a little wider here. It'll be interesting to see
if it stays straight.
Looks like it's made its move. Weight's good. Line's good.
I think you want to leave it, Pat.
Well, it is sitting the shot stone for now.
Back 8.
Depends how much they can see, but it looks like he's just Brendan. That this is attempting to throw back house weight, and just all you have to do is move that yellow 1 rock back, and you'll get your 2 points. So,
and in that rock just thrown by Darren Moulding, that was managed with the best information that the team knew.
For sure. It was a good shot. Those are extremely hard. So he's going to want back 12 weight here.
Yep. Please.
This will curl.
Yep. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Sweepers down on him. Line callers like it. Trying to get a little bit of finish out of it.
God,
that's good. And 2 goes up on the board for Team Bottcher to make it a 6-3 lead into the 8th end. My goodness, what a game.
Yeah, and we have seen threes, so buckle up.
That's okay.
Win big with Curling Alberta's 50-50. Please, play responsibly.
So you're a pizza person, but you're married to a wing person, and your kids are salad people? You can't pick your fam, but with over 50 menu items to choose from, you can make them all happy. Order today and enjoy Boston pizza at home.
Well, Jeff, we are back in action here for the 8th and final end of this Bottcher Moulding A-Qualifier here at the 2022 Boston Pizza Alberta Curling Tour Championship. And what a roller coaster ride this game has been.
Well, even that last end, it could have went several different ways. If Brendan's last rock comes up a little more, it could have been a steal. We saw a couple of light rocks by the skips first. There was opportunity all over the place. In the end, Team Bottcher made a great job to get their 2 points. But as we mentioned before, the threes aren't out of the question. And as the ice might be changing, there might be opportunities. Never like to say that any game that's within 3 points is out of reach in the last end.
You know, and I think both teams are going to be happy with their performance in this game no matter what, but there is a little bit of room for improvement as they head into the playoffs here too as well.
That's generally what happens as teams play a few more games. They learn a bit more about the conditions and they respond in kind. So I think that both of these teams, this might not be the last time they play each other.
We hope it's not the last each other.
So the corner tick being called here. The Kark's objective here is to tick that Yellowstone into the house so it can be removed with Brad's fur.
Clean, yep. Well, yep. Gotta go, Brad, gotta go hard!
Scrub.
Looks like that one's going to go too far, so it'll be replaced where it was before, as it violates the 5 rock free guard zone rule.
Yep. Good try, Carl.
So just over curled a bit. If they hit that a little thinner, a little more on the outside, it might have made contact with the one in the house, slowing it down, or had less momentum. So, good try.
And it really gives Team Moulding an opportunity to set themselves up to score their multiple points here this end. And they're going to need every rock, too, as well.
So we want a high corner here, double corners on the same side.
What do you like?
So now, since Team Bottcher can't elect to peel, they're going to have to find a good spot for this stone.
We don't have to throw another rock in the house. You can throw it away.
And Team Bottcher just electing to throw that stone away.
It's not a bad call. I kind of like it. There's not a great spot that can go because I think Team Bottcher knows that they're going to be appealing with the next one. So if they're just adding more chaos to the situation, it's probably not to their benefit. So from here on out, if they can just make one yellow rock go away for the rest of the game, then they're going to win. So why get in the way? Although they won't win, they'll give up 3 if they can make one go away, but they'll have the hammer and the extra if that's necessary.
Well, with the winners of the taking home $8,000 prize money, every win counts.
Pretty hefty purse, not so bad. Buy a lot of Boston pizza with that.
Yeah, you could buy a lot of Boston roots with that.
That's about your team's bill at the end of the weekend.
Break even.
Just on BP's consumption.
That's it. $8,000 on Boston pizza, room service.
I can see it. That'd be awesome.
Can't go wrong. And a dream start really for Team Moulding as they're working to try to score 3 points and take it into an extra.
Clean. Yep. Yeah.
Not a lot in the way. 2 corner guards
gotta go. Sorry, Brad.
And Team Bottcher will just keep chiseling away at those yellows.
They're going to have an opportunity for a double at some point in this end. They know that. They'll be patient. It could be on Brendan's last if it calls for that, but at some point in this end, they'll have an opportunity for a double. So. Good high guard there thrown by A-Ginter.
And Jeff, when we really think about the ends played in this game and the turning point, that 5th end really jumps out on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. It was... Steals are always big points. It's almost like Team Bottcher got 3 in the 4th. And an 8 away again in a short 8-end game. That can be as big of a deal as anything. Well, coming in the house now.
Using that, Bottcher still at the top of the 8th foot as a guard to draw around, trying to generate a few extra rocks in the rings and maybe a couple of extra points.
Needs to make as many of these score as he can, and he's going to use that top 8 rock as a guard. Doesn't look like it has the steam.
Just
Might see a double attempt here.
2/3.
Yeah, this could
What turn you like?
go a long ways in racing this one.
Going back to Jeff taking off his jacket.
Didn't do it.
He didn't do it. I was just thinking about that.
You should have called a timeout and advised him.
I'm really contemplating the choices that I've made.
You should. Oh well. When they look back at the causes of this game, I think they're going to look to you. So,
Hard.
Yeah.
nice shot. Called and made. Well, now if Team Bottcher makes one yellow go away each time,
We're going to be going to Boston Pizza.
Velcro snap, handshake, Boston Pizza.
Yay for Pat. 1 gold star.
In that order.
Trying to make them all count.
They still have that corner guard. They won't for long. They still have it for now.
Edge of the rock. I'll take a red rock. Just throw it away, we're good?
Can you just see a little sliver of it?
I think he'll probably be tight icing this one, because if he happens to miss, I think he'd rather miss by hitting the guard. I don't think he's done that. And that's all. That's all.
Thanks.
And just like that, Team Moulding has run out of rocks.
Thanks, Jay. Good luck.
And Team Bottcher takes a 6-3 win here in the A-Qualifier of the 2022 Boston Pizza Curling Tour Championship. Jeff, what a dream.
What a dream, my man. Thank you very much for having me in the booth with you.
And no better way to spend a Friday night here at your curling club.
That's right.
So come and spend your Saturday too as well. And your Sunday.
Why not?
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.